Welcome back. When you think of the most dangerous animals, your mind probably jumps to the big scary ones. Sharks, lions, bears. We're conditioned to fear what looks threatening. But what if I told you the deadliest animals on Earth are, and the ones you usually see in action movies or dramatic documentaries? Today, we're going to completely shift your perspective. We're diving into the real statistics to reveal the top 5 animals that are truly the most dangerous to humans, based on the number of lives they claim each year. You'll be surprised, perhaps a little unnerved, to discover that often the greatest peril comes in the smallest, most unassuming, or even seemingly harmless packages. These aren't always about brute force or sharp teeth. Often, their lethality comes from disease transmission, stealth, or simply being incredibly common. Prepare to rethink everything you thought you knew about danger in the animal kingdom as we count down the world's most surprising killers. Let's find out what's really out there. 1. Crocodiles. The ancient ambush predator. Kicking off our list is an animal that certainly looks dangerous. The crocodile. Their true impact is often underestimated, while not always the top overall killer. Crocodiles consistently rank as the deadliest large predator, responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of human fatalities annually, particularly the saltwater crocodile and the Nile crocodile. These ancient reptiles, largely unchanged for millions of years, are master ambush predators. They lurk silently in rivers, lakes, and estuaries, often indistinguishable from logs, waiting for prey, including humans, to come to the water's edge. Their attacks are explosive and incredibly powerful, utilizing the strongest bite force on the planet. Their strategy involves dragging victims into the water and performing a death roll to drown and dismember. The danger isn't just their immense strength. It's their stealth and opportunistic nature combined with their proximity to human settlements in many parts of Africa, Asia, and Australia. People often encounter them while fishing, bathing, or fetching water, making these interactions tragically common. Unlike many land predators, which might avoid humans, a large crocodile sees an easy meal. While terrifyingly obvious, the scale of their lethal encounters is often higher than you'd expect from other apex predators. 2. Hippos. Africa's surprising killer. Next up, another large animal, but one that shocks many with its high death toll. The hippopotamus. It's often seen as lazy, almost comical giants. Content to just float in the water, hippos are, shockingly, responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than any other large mammal, including lions, elephants, and rhinos combined. These massive semi-aquatic animals, weighing up to 1,500 kilograms, appear placid. But don't be fooled. They are incredibly territorial and aggressive, especially in the water or when they perceive a threat to their path to water. They can run surprisingly fast on land and are ferociously powerful in the water. Their most dangerous weapon? Their enormous, razor-sharp canine teeth, which can grow up to 50 centimeters long. They use these to crush anything they perceive as a threat, including small boats, which they frequently capsize. Attacks often occur when humans venture into their waterways for fishing, transport, or bathing, or when hippos emerge at night to graze, encountering people unexpectedly. Female hippos with calves are especially dangerous. Their unpredictability and immense power make them a silent, yet dominant, killer in many African waterways. 3. Snakes. The global silent striker. While many people fear snakes, few realize the sheer scale of the danger they pose globally. Snakes are statistically one of the most dangerous animals on Earth, causing an estimated 81,000 to 138,000 human deaths each year. This isn't just about big, dramatic snakes. It's about the widespread presence of venomous species and the challenges of treating their bites. With over 3,000 snake species worldwide, around 600 are venomous, and about 200 are medically significant to humans. Bites often happen accidentally in rural agricultural areas where people work outdoors. Farmers, laborers, and children are particularly vulnerable. The danger comes from several factors. Global distribution. Venomous snakes are found on almost every continent, thriving in diverse habitats. Camouflage. Many are incredibly well camouflaged, making them hard to spot until it's too late. Potent venom. Their venom can cause severe effects, from paralysis and respiratory failure to massive tissue destruction and bleeding. Lack of access to antivenom. A major reason for the high death toll is the critical lack of affordable and accessible antivenom in the remote areas where most bites occur, leading to preventable deaths and disabilities. The silent, unseen nature of the threat, combined with the devastating effects of their venom and the systemic public health challenges in treatment, firmly places snakes among the deadliest animals to humans, far outranking many of the larger, scarier predators. 4. Freshwater snails. The tiny disease carrier now. Prepare for what is likely the most unexpected and shocking entry on our list, the freshwater snail. Yes, this unassuming, slow-moving mollusk is statistically one of the deadliest animals on Earth to humans. It achieves this horrifying distinction not through venom or physical attack, but by acting as a host for parasitic flatworms called schistosomes, which cause the devastating disease known as schistosomiasis, also called snail fever. Schistosomiasis is a chronic disease that affects over 200 million people annually and is responsible for an estimated 240,000 deaths every year. This number puts it above many obvious dangerous animals. Here's the grim cycle. Infected humans release parasite eggs into freshwater sources. These eggs hatch and infect certain species of freshwater snails. Inside the snail, the parasites multiply. Later, they emerge from the snail into the water, where they can directly penetrate the skin of people bathing, washing clothes, farming, or fishing in contaminated water. Once inside, they mature into adult worms that cause severe damage to organs, leading to chronic illness and often death. The snail itself is harmless, but its role as a necessary incubator for these insidious parasites makes it an unwitting yet devastating vector of disease. This highlights a crucial distinction in defining dangerous. It's not always about a direct attack. Sometimes the deadliest animals are those that facilitate the spread of microscopic pathogens, proving that size, strength, or sharp teeth are not prerequisites for being a formidable killer. 5. Mosquitoes. The undisputed reigning champion of death, and finally, claiming the undisputed top spot, the reigning champion of death in the animal kingdom, the mosquito. This tiny, seemingly insignificant insect whose buzzing often just annoys us is, by an overwhelming margin, the single deadliest animal on Earth to humans. It's not its bite that kills, but the terrifying diseases it transmits. Mosquitoes are responsible for transmitting diseases that kill an estimated 700,000 to over 1 million people every year. To put that into perspective, that's more than all other animals combined. They achieve this horrifying mortality rate through sheer numbers and their ability to act as vectors for some of the world's most devastating pathogens. Key diseases transmitted include malaria, caused by parasites transmitted by Anopheles mosquitoes, killing hundreds of thousands annually, mainly children in Africa. Dengue fever, a rapidly spreading viral infection transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes, affecting hundreds of millions annually, with severe cases being fatal. Zika, chikungunya, West Nile virus, yellow fever, other significant and potentially deadly diseases spread by various mosquito species. The global impact of mosquitoes is staggering. Their ability to thrive in diverse environments, from tropical jungles to urban centers, and their rapid breeding cycles ensure a constant, pervasive threat. Their danger isn't in a formidable bite or brute strength, but in their role as a flying hypodermic needle, effortlessly transferring microscopic killers from host to host. The sheer volume of mosquito bites worldwide, combined with the devastating pathogens they carry, solidifies their position as the undisputed, most dangerous animal on Earth to humans. Our journey through this unexpected list of the world's most dangerous animals has, I hope, profoundly reshaped your understanding of peril in the natural world. We've shifted our focus from the obvious, fear-inducing predators to the stark, often overlooked realities of global mortality statistics. We've seen that true danger doesn't always roar or stalk from the shadows. Sometimes it swims silently beneath the surface, hides in the grass, or, most terrifyingly, flies on tiny wings. We've explored the formidable power of the crocodile and the surprising aggression of the hippopotamus. We've then delved into the widespread threat of snakes and the shocking lethality of the tiny freshwater snail. Finally, we confirmed the undisputed champion, the mosquito, proving that the smallest creatures can wield the greatest destructive power through disease. This journey highlights a critical lesson. The definition of dangerous in the animal kingdom is complex and multifaceted. It's not just about direct physical confrontation. It's often about disease transmission, sheer ubiquity, and a host of factors that make seemingly benign creatures incredibly lethal. Understanding these real threats is paramount. It's not about fostering irrational fear, but about cultivating a healthy respect for the intricate and often brutal realities of ecosystems. It reminds us that nature operates by its own rules, and that while we may dominate many aspects of the planet, we are still inextricably linked to and vulnerable to its wilder, more primal forces. So as we conclude this eye-opening exploration, remember that the animal kingdom is infinitely more complex than the simplified narratives we often consume. The true danger, as we've seen, lies not always in the size of the teeth or the ferocity of the roar, but in the efficiency of disease, transmission, or the stealth of an ambush. By understanding these often hidden truths, we gain a more profound respect for the raw power of instinct and the diverse strategies employed for life's continuation. This knowledge empowers us to question our biases and to seek out information that reveals the world as it truly is, in all its incredible, sometimes shocking, complexity. If this video shattered your perceptions and left you stunned, please like it. Your support helps us uncover more incredible truths. And if you're ready for more surprising animal facts, subscribe right now. What was the most shocking animal on this list for you? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video with anyone who needs their perception of dangerous animals challenged. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride. See you in the next video.